Welcome back, y'all. You know what it is. It's time for another episode of Smackdown on Smackdown vs. Raw 2008. General Manager mode. Here we go. We've got a big episode in store for you guys tonight. We've got a World Heavyweight Championship match. We've got a United States Championship match. We've got Teddy Long doing some speaking and some general managing. We've got a lot to get to, so let's jump right into the preview, starting with match number 0. Teddy Long, he comes out, he is in the ring to start the show, and he opens up the show with the announcement that Rey Mysterio has been suspended indefinitely for the alleged attack on Bobby Lashley a few weeks ago. This is some huge news, folks. Rey Mysterio's lack of alibi, lack of credible sources or witnesses rather, or really anybody outside of Jeff Hardy, Carlito, Matt Hardy willing to vouch for him just because he is Rey Mysterio, really. Teddy Long says his hands are tied. He's got to take some action on this, and taking out the World Heavyweight Champion, rendering him unconscious, is something that is not going to be tolerated. So Rey Mysterio gets the boot. We're not kicking him off of the full SmackDown roster because he's got like 100 popularity, and we for damn sure are not going to feed him to the other shows so they can benefit. Teddy Long has got another announcement, and he announces the World Heavyweight Championship match as our main event this evening. Bobby Lashley defends his title against the newest acquisition to SmackDown, CM Punk. Thanks to CM Punk, Team Raw took the victory at Survivor Series over SmackDown. One of the members from Team SmackDown was supposed to end up as the number one contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. However, instead, Teddy Long makes a play to acquire CM Punk, a huge name, and awards CM Punk the shot to take on Bobby Lashley for the World Heavyweight Championship, due to CM Punk really guiding Team Raw through that victory at Survivor Series. So Teddy Long makes some groundbreaking announcements to start off the show, and it's going to have a big impact on us tonight, but we got a whole match card to go over, and it's time for match number 1. Elijah Burke versus Carlito. Elijah Burke continuing to get some TV time, continuing to get some exhibition action. Carlito needs to turn some things around. He just took a fat L alongside Rey Mysterio against the tag team champions last week. We're going to see who can start to bounce back here, Carlito or Elijah Burke. Match number 2, another tag team match. Chavo Guerrero, the former Cruiserweight Champion, teaming up with the current Cruiserweight Champion, Gregory Helms, to take on Kenny Dykstra and Finlay. Finlay, not the happiest boy that Teddy Long allowed Snitsky's contract to expire. And Finlay's now without a friend here on SmackDown. He's teaming up with Kenny Dykstra because these two gentlemen are very disgruntled. They don't get along with much of anybody at this point. So we're going to throw them together. We got some Cruiserweight exhibition action, but the spotlight here is on the Cruiserweight Champion and the former Cruiserweight Champion. What's going to happen between those two? Match number 3. Teddy Long ain't done with the main event, folks. He announces another championship match. A United States Championship. Marcus Corvon still not in the good graces. Theodore Long says, "You may have kept your job, brother, but I am not happy with you. You still embarrassed me at Survivor Series. You embarrassed SmackDown. You embarrassed your locker room. So you are going to defend your United States Championship against an opponent of my choosing, which you will find out after you are in the ring." So Marcus Corvon doesn't know who he's defending his title up against, but we know that he's defending his title tonight. It's going down. That is match number 3. Moving on to match number 4. Edge versus Jeff Hardy. Exhibition action. Edge is going to be rolling deep with Randy Orton. Best believe that. Jeff Hardy flying solo because Matt Hardy is still on the shelf. That's it for match number 4. Now we're moving on to match number 5. The main event. CM Punk going up against the Hurt Business's leader, Bobby Lashley, the man, the World Heavyweight Champion, Big Belt Bobby. Can CM Punk win the championship on his SmackDown debut? That would be quite the way to make a statement. This is a big match card, folks, so we're going to get right into the action. Match number 1, Elijah Burke, Carlito were simulating, and Carlito picks up the victory just like he does in kayfabe. And the story here is not Carlito's victory necessarily, it is Elijah Burke's actions after his loss. Elijah goes for the mic after yet another loss, and he warns MVP and the Hurt Business that if they do not take the action that they have promised to take and hold up their end of what they agreed to, he does not provide any specifics as to what that is. But he threatens to expose them, specifically MVP. And he says, you're not going to be pleased with what I've got to say if you don't do what you've promised to do. So a little open-ended there. We don't know exactly what Elijah Burke is referring to. So he drops the mic, he exits the ring, heads back to backstage, and that is the end of that encounter. Moving on to match number 2. And Chavito and Gregory Helms take the loss. They take the loss in this tag team action. And they take the loss because they can't get along. Not as in they argue with one another, but there's a whole lot of one-upsmanship kind of going on. You know, Gregory Helms is feeling pretty high and mighty about himself being the newly crowned Cruiserweight Champion. Chavo is not happy. You know, we've heard Chavo talking about how much the Cruiserweight Championship means to his legacy and how he's got to, you know, be a great Cruiserweight Champion to be a great wrestler and, you know, just stuff like that. And that's part of being a Guerrero is being a champion, this, that, and third. So he is not happy that he is no longer the Cruiserweight Champion. He's actually extremely displeased. So what goes down is Chavo tags himself in when Gregory Helms has his back towards their corner. Gets in there, it causes a little rift. This is obviously like 8 or 9 minutes into the match. It's not a very long match. But Finlay comes up, gets him in like a Celtic Cross type thing, and ends the match. Gregory Helms is not inclined to help Chavo because they just had a little bit of friction going on. Chavo tags himself in. Gregory Helms is like, what are you doing? Chavo's like, sit back. Let me do this. I got this. And then he doesn't got this. And he ultimately gets pinned. Takes the 1, 2, 3. And Chavo and Gregory lose the match. And Kenny Dykstra and Finlay pick up the win in a bit of an upset, I would say. And here comes that man, our United States champion, Marcus Corvon. Again, he had a decent showing at Survivor Series. However, he was not safe from the Losers Leave SmackDown match. He wins that match, keeps his job, keeps his United States title. Teddy Long's still not very pleased with him, still feeling embarrassed. He says, you are going to put that title up for grabs against you don't know who. We're about to find out. Oh my God. Umaga is making his ugly ass face another appearance, his return to SmackDown. We just saw Marcus Corvon versus Umaga in one-on-one competition before Survivor Series, folks, but it was not for the United States title. If this is a championship match, then that means Umaga is an official member of the SmackDown roster. Teddy Long, he was so disgruntled with the Survivor Series loss, he says, I'm ditching 2 SmackDown competitors and I'm picking up 2 of the Raw competitors that whooped our ass at Survivor Series. Folks, this is huge. Umaga is on SmackDown and he's got a United States title shot. Look at that. Look at that. We got referee Gary Kubiak showing everybody what this fight is for, what they are battling for, and that is the United States Championship. Marcus Corvan has been a champion for a while, and he seems like he's ready for whatever Umaga wants to throw at him. Umaga is coming out the gate hot, but Corvan was ready for him. Corvan has seen Umaga now twice within this series, once on Smackdown, once at Survivor Series, and Umaga pulled some real wizardry at Survivor Series, getting counted out for the 10 count and then immediately disappearing, folks. Immediately disappearing. But Corvan is whooping that ass right now. Umaga's got no breathing room. Corvan, he's a little shaken. He's a little thrown off by Umaga being his competitor, but he is cool, calm, and collected. He is not tripping. He is the champion. He has really grown as a singles competitor throughout this series, and he does not seem like he is worried about his United States Championship in this match right now. Umaga's giving him a punch to the gut, but Corvan might be okay. Umaga getting out of trouble there. Huge. Okay. My gosh, this is going to be an explosive match with explosive movesets, folks. Boom! Okay, nice shining wizard there by Umaga. Golly. Okay. Corvan, he said, Getting back up. Oh my goodness. Umaga just running through Corvan like a freight train here. Just shoving that man. Like, Corvan's like 250 pounds, y'all, at least. And Umaga's just shoving him like he's a cruiserweight. Oof. Sick forehead to the back of the noggin by Umaga there. Oh, no way. Already Umaga coming out the gate hot with a Samoan spike. Is this going to be how the United States Championship changed hands? 1, oh my, 2 ski, and okay, no, sir. Marcus Corvan doesn't allow that to get his goat by any means. Okay, Corvan. Corvan going for the power slam. Umaga's trying to get out of it, but Corvan shuts it down and hits him with a huge power slam. Very nice there by Corvan. Taking his ass back up. Getting him ready for another power slam, possibly. Nope. Okay, knees to the gut. Or maybe a power bomb. Yes, sir. Sit down. Not sit down, but he throws him down. He throws his ass down. And then the move of doom, the submission of doom, the Boston Crab. But Umaga's going to get a rope break there. Corvan lets it go. Okay, Umaga. Okay, those barefooted kicks. Oh, he's about to yonk him right in the noggin. Bah! Bah! Oh. Corvan is bleeding now. Holy shit. Well, that's not good. That's not good. No, sir. Okay, nicely done. Nicely done. Good reversal there by Corvan. Boo! Big STO there. Man, I tell you what. That move gets the bloodstream pumping. Corvan now, okay, was trying to take his own shots, but Umaga fighting out of it. Umaga throwing Corvan outside of the ring. Oh man, one's getting gnarly, folks. Umaga's doing some kind of dance, but Corvan ain't taking that shit. Okay, Umaga. Okay. Throwing another big old shoulder at him. And now Corvan just laying on the ground in serious condition. But Umaga is destroying announce tables, throwing him into corners, and just stomping on his windpipe, giving him a stone cold stomp, the little stone cold salute. What are you doing, Umaga? It's a 7 count. This son of a bitch is going to get him counted out, and he doesn't give a damn. But he's got to... What are you doing? Umaga, you son of a bitch. You're not going to win the title this way, you dumbass. Oh, my gosh. And they've got themselves counted out. Umaga, it's a no contest. Double count out here for the championship. Corvan is still the champion. Umaga doesn't seem to give a shit about who the champion is right now. It seems that he just wants to hurt Corvan because he's a little salty bitch for Corvan beating him one-on-one. And he takes him through the announce table. My goodness. Umaga, you motherfucker, man. You devious son of a bitch. And I don't know who told you to do this. And I don't know why you're doing this. But Umaga taking out where did they go? They were just off the announce table. And now they're not. Umaga, you crazy bastard. My gosh, folks, I tell you what, and you don't hear his music playing because he didn't win the match. It's a no count, it's a no contest, double count out. Umaga's a bitch for that. And Corvan, still the United States champion, folks, remember that. Man, that got me heated, it got me a little hot. But that is rough, y'all. That is rough. But it's not going to stop us because we've got a few more matches to go here on this match card. We still got an exhibition match and we got a World Heavyweight Championship match. So, Edge, Jeff Hardy, this match is next. We're going to simulate this one and Edge picks up the victory. Nothing. This match is just a standard good match, folks. We're going to give it about 12 minutes throughout the show. And Edge and Jeff Hardy just put on a banger. They put on a very quality bout. But ultimately, Randy Orton pokes his nose into the match, causes some interference, causes some distractions towards Jeff Hardy. Edge is able to hit Jeff Hardy with a wicked spear, get the 1-2-3 ski, and ultimately get the dub. However, that's not enough for Rated RKO, and they continue to attack Jeff Hardy after the match. They stomp on him. Edge lifts him up to set him up for an RKO from Randy, and the two cocky sons of bitches, the heelish bastards, they're feeling good about their actions towards Kane and now Jeff Hardy, and that's how we just see them walking out towards the stage, is just with that smirk on their face. Like, fuck you guys. And and that's how the match ends. Edge gets the victory. Now, we've got our main event, folks. It's a World Heavyweight Championship. It's a Smackdown debut. It's time for CM Punk to rear his head here on Smackdown. It's next. Here he is. Our first look at CM Punk on Smackdown. Obviously, we saw him at Survivor Series. Teddy Long saw him at Survivor Series and said, the way you whooped my roster's ass, the way you teleported around the ring, the way you caused Mr. Kennedy to submit, I am going to have to throw you on my roster, brother. Holla, holla, holla. Because CM Punk came to SmackDown for not the most expensive price tag. That's what we're going to tell you that right now. We got Umaga and CM Punk for the cost of King Booker. Breaking the fourth wall here as we talk about that. And CM Punk become champ on his debut. What a story that would be. Stay tuned. Big Belt Bobby, man. To become champ, you got to get through Big Belt Bobby, and that is a tall task. That is going to be no easy feat for Mr. CM Punk. And I tell you what, I'm excited to see how this match plays out. It's going to be a good one, folks. It's going to be intense. Bobby Lashley, the confident, unstoppable force with the squad rolling deep with him. CM Punk, the no-name, the new addition to SmackDown. I don't want to say no-name, but as far as his SmackDown contributions, he's made none. And in fact, he's just caused detriment to SmackDown, the brand. And he made a huge impression at Survivor Series. And we're going to see if he can make good on his opportunity here. Show him, Gary. Gary's arms are getting tired from all that gold he's raising. And it's getting started, folks. It's getting started. Bobby Lashley is coming at CM Punk. CM Punk's like, whoa, watch out. I'm going to hit you with a low drop kick. And Bobby Lashley's like, okay, he's going for my knees. This man's a mixed martial artist, and he knows some tricks. And I'm not trying to lose my knee cartilage or any of my tendons or ligaments like that. So Bobby's a smart man. He knows availability is the best ability. And he's not going to get himself injured. Oh my goodness. CM Punk coming after Bobby Lashley, but both of these guys have some technical acumen to their name. So, you know, this one might be a little bit of a back and forth. See, Bobby Lashley says, but CM Punk, he's ready for it. Okay, missing on the stomp, missing on the low drop kick there. What are you doing, CM Punk? Bobby Lashley said, And CM Punk says, Bobby Lashley reversing again. CM Punk dodging, reversing out of that. Coming after Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley says no. My goodness. These guys are slippery devils. CM Punk, he's trying to get a grapple on Bobby, but Bobby's not letting it happen. Bobby gets a quick back-breaking scoop slam. There we go. Okay, Bobby. Okay, Bobby. Jesus, when people do this, man, just lifting them up by the neck, by the cranium, by the jaw. Those are like 3 different body parts, but you get what I'm saying. You saw the footage. Nice low drop kick there by CM Punk. He's good. That's his bread and butter right now, but Bobby Lashley's getting after it with the reversals, but CM Punk staying frosty as well. Nice inverted DDT there. Finally getting the big man down. But Bobby Lashley staying with the reversals, man. Staying with the reversals. CM Punk, he slaps him out of the way. And now he goes with a little bit of a modified Luthez, kind of. Not quite, but he's just coming with a fist to the face is what he's doing. And he's going quick to his bread and butter. And that's a submission. Just wrenching on the champ. Bobby Lashley's able to get out of it. Seems that CM Punk strained himself. Missing with the drop kick. Bobby Lashley just takes a second to get a breather. The champ is like, holy shit. Oh my goodness, the super kick out of nowhere. But Bobby Lashley can't even get the 1 count. Bobby Lashley's not even allowing the 1 count. My goodness. This match early on has got some action. And Bobby Lashley steps out of the way like fucking Samoa Joe. It just is, nope. You're not hitting me. Not even going to do a formal reversal. Just not letting you hit me. Throwing him out of the ring, maybe? No, sir. Should have been out of the ring, but not out of the ring. And okay, swinging neck breaker. We've seen swinging neck breakers aplenty out of this. No, sir. Bobby Lashley's seen his fair share of swinging neck breakers, and he knew what was coming. He had it scouted. He got out of there. Bobby Lashley, okay. Once again, getting reversed by CM Punk. CM Punk has got him in a grapple. Bobby Lashley's fighting out of it, but CM Punk hitting him with the snapmare and the boom! Big old drop kick right to the dome. Right to the dome, my gosh. Okay, Bobby Lashley says, Oh, CM Punk went for the super kick again, but Bobby Lashley was just not in range there. My gosh, these guys have got going tit for tat. They've got an answer to just about everything they're throwing at one another. Oh my goodness, Bobby Lashley, you big son of a bitch. You are too large to be flying that high, brother. What are you doing? Okay, CM Punk, he likes that super kick, I can see. And he's going for it, but he's not getting it. Bobby Lashley, what are you doing? You're outside of the ring, brother. Where are you trying to go with him? CM Punk, again, going for the super kick, but Bobby Lashley says, nah. We already saw one title match end in a count out. We do not want to see a second one. Bobby Lashley, he's ready. Boom! Oh my goodness. Nice super kick there by CM Punk. Kicked it right to the jaws. Bobby Lashley's going to have a headache after this match, y'all. Whether he's the champ or not, he's going to have a headache. Okay, went for another super kick, but I love the running super kick by CM Punk, by the way. That is just an excellent, excellent move. It would definitely get like overused, but that's another conversation. Bobby Lashley's got the press over the head, but no, CM Punk doesn't let it happen. No, sir. Nicely done by CM Punk getting out of dodge there. Bobby Lashley, again, slippery. These guys are not letting one another get the easy shit over on them. Let's just say that. And again, this is a legitimate World Heavyweight Championship match, folks. So the winner will walk away as the champion. Okay. CM Punk. Oh my goodness. That would have been saucy if CM Punk got that kick off. But Bobby Lashley said, is not letting it happen. Okay. Going for the knee again. Nicely done, CM Punk. He knows that Bobby Lashley is a big son bitch. So he's got to get him down. He's got to chop the tree down. Okay, CM Punk, he's going to damage the champion, throwing his shoulder right into the ring post. My gosh, but that didn't even put Bobby Lashley down. He just recovered for a second. Oh my goodness, this man has gone crazy. He is on a rampage, folks. And you know what? For a moment, I've got a feeling that his grapples will be seemingly irreversible. Big power slam, beautiful power slam by Bobby, and he's relentless. He picks him right back up again. He says, get your ass up, brother. CM Punk is like, ah, shit. And world's ugliest spine buster delivered by Bobby, by Big Bell Bobby. Once again, throwing CM Punk out of the ring. My gosh, he's got a serious problem, and he does it again, and he does that top rope dive, but CM Punk was a little bit more ready for it this time. A little less off guard that such a large man would fly through the air like that. And again, these guys just going back and forth with one another. Punk, what you doing, brother? What are you doing? He sends Bobby to the corner. Oh, CM Punk, what are you doing? He's putting him up on the top turnbuckle. Looking like a superplex here. Huge superplex. My gosh, Bobby. Bobby, you might be in trouble, brother. And CM Punk going up for another high impact move. Oh my god. No fucking way. Brother, he is not on Smackdown anymore. What are you doing? Bobby, it's a mess. And Kennedy's, he just hits CM Punk with the chair. Bobby Lashley wins the match by DQ. CM Punk wins the match by DQ, but Bobby Lashley keeps the championship. What in the fuck just happened? CM Punk. Kennedy is not on the SmackDown roster anymore, y'all. Kennedy is not on the SmackDown roster. All right, it's time to tell you guys, give you the visual of paint the picture of the visual that you don't get, I suppose, rather. Excuse me. But basically, CM Punk wins the match by disqualification due to that outside interference by Mr. Kennedy that you just saw. Mr. Kennedy was not supposed to be here on SmackDown. Mr. Kennedy, he lost that keep your job match last week, basically. So he was one of those superstars that was set to leave SmackDown. However, after Mr. Kennedy attacks CM Punk, Bobby Lashley kind of sees what's going on, and that match was a great representation of how the gameplay visual was a great representation of similar to how the match went. It was very back and forth. You know, CM Punk was bringing it to Bobby Lashley and pushing Bobby Lashley to the limit, and ultimately Bobby Lashley was not wanting any part of CM Punk. So Bobby Lashley backs out of there. He says, nah, brother. Once Mr. Kennedy is attacking CM Punk, Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Business, they start making their way back up to the stage. And then, once they have made their way back up to the stage, Mr. Kennedy grabs the mic after brutalizing CM Punk with that chair, and he basically just says that he is not going to allow CM Punk to ruin everything that he has worked so hard for. Kennedy says that he is going to become World Heavyweight Champion, and he has done too much to allow CM Punk to get in the way of that. That's basically how it is, and that's how the show ends, and it fades into black with the surprise return of Mr. Kennedy. So, folks, that's it for SmackDown, but we got some more things to do. Best believe that. We've got some weekly shenanigans to take care of. We got to do some recap on some other shows. Ultimately, we got to check out how ECW did after their pay-per-view December 2 Dismember, separating their gap from the front even more, and we'll see the bullshit that Raw pulled out this week, because you know it's some bullshit. So we're going to just jump right into this pay-per-view recap for ECW's December 2 Dismember. Match number 1, blank. It's very interesting how 5-star show will start off with a blank match 1. Kelly Tori, 3-star bout for the ladies. They must have improved their in-ring prowess, because these two are not the no Bret Harts or or Asukas, I suppose, to be more accurate with the female comparison. Anyway, match number 3, Steel Cage Triple Threat. Triple H defeats Mark Henry and Ric Flair, 3.5 stars. Okay, at least they're changing up Mark Henry and Shad, taking on 2 different directions with the boys. Match number 4 was an ECW Championship match. Rick Rude defeating HBK in an ultimate submission match. Nice. And then, of course, the main event. Interesting main event for sure. Snitsky, Sabu, Shad, and Johnny Nitro all compete in a fatal 4-way steel cage match. So I'm guessing Sabu pinned Snitsky here. Yeah, just looking at this card from top to bottom, if this is your main event, man, like, 5-star show for this, when I know I've put on better shows that did not receive a 5-star rating. So that is just, it's really questionable, and I don't think, I just don't know about this, man. I just don't know if this is it. But anyway, we're going to move on over to Raw now and check out what they did for their show, their fantastic show that they probably were on some bullshit for. Match number 1 is blank. Very nice. Match number 2, Ashley loses to Michelle McCool and a created wrestler. Handicap. Candice, Melina, and Big Show lose to Batista and JTG. John Cena loses the Intercontinental Championship to Sandman in a parking lot brawl. That's interesting for 3.5 stars. Sandman, the Intercontinental Champion. Throw his name in the historic lineage of Intercontinental Champions. Whatever, Raw. Whatever floats your boat. Roddy Piper and The Undertaker are now World Tag Team Champions as they defeated King Booker and Khali. I think they were actually retaining Tag Team Championships. Not really sure. Don't really remember them teaming up, as I know Undertaker just competed against Roddy Piper in a handicap match not too long ago. But this is just, compared to our show, is just weird. But I actually forgot to do ECW's normal show. Blank. Match number 1. Mickey and HBK, 2.5 stars. Kelly, Tori in a pay-per-view rematch. Run it back. Triple H defeats Mark Henry in a table match. Okay. I'm not mad at that one. 6-man tag match. Sabu, Snitsky, and Shad lose to Johnny Nitro, Rick Rude, and Ric Flair. What a random team. I don't know what determined that. But anyway, that 4-star show without a 4-star match on it. Just make it make sense, brother. Our SmackDown was a 3.5-star show. 3.5-star for Elijah and Carlito. 4-star for the tag match. 4-star for the United States Championship match. 4.5-star for an exhibition match. And then our main event, which was not a real World Heavyweight Championship match, 3.5 stars. So we have a 4-star match, but we don't get a 4-star rating, despite the other show not having a 4-star match and having a 4-star rating. So I think they meant to give us that rating, but they didn't. But that's just the way it goes on this mode. We put a 4.5-star match into that show, and we didn't get no love for it. But that's just kind of the way it goes in this series. Got some contracts expiring, but that's okay. Check out, we got a few things to check out here. First, we'll see how bad we get dicked on the ratings. ECW, of course, 70,000. They won 650,000 from their pay-per-view. Since you didn't get to see that, I apologize that you didn't get to see that part. So overall, they get a net of 720,000 fans gained from this week, and they're probably all gonna come from your boy. Yep, there we go. I went down a bunch of fans. And unfortunately, pay-per-view ratings don't really count in this game for whatever reason. To your fans, not sure what happens there, but SmackDown, we got another climb to make, which I thought by this time, at the beginning of the series, I thought we'd be cruising. Not really the case in the gameplay, but I really like with the stories that we're putting out there, I suppose, and the product. Even though the game doesn't recognize it, I like what we're doing. Power 25, Undertaker at that tap. He's now a World Tag Team Champion, alongside being the WWE Champion. Johnny Nitro's number 2 in the WWE, and Edge and Randy Orton are number 3. Bobby Lashley's nowhere to be seen, despite, I guess he lost that match in the gameplay, but still just kind of weird. MVP and Chris Masters are ranked higher. They were number 1. Marcus Corvan is no longer paired with Elijah Burke, so it looks like he was non-ranked last time. Umaga on the SmackDown roster. Golly, it's beautiful. Bobby Lashley, for some reason, at 13. Last week was at 11, just on some bullshit. It doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna navigate through this foggy storm, guys, because I don't know what else to do. Let's go ahead, sign some boys. We got some cheap ones to do, maybe. Kane, Randy Orton, Umaga. Probably got to take care of the important ones, really. Randy Orton just signed that, man, so we're going to re-sign him, of course. And then Umaga is not very expensive. I actually think we're going to be able to sign everybody, all 4 of these cats. So let's just check it out, see how it plays. Try not to jinx anything. Got to make sure we get Kane before Elijah Burke, but I think we're good. Yes, sir. We ain't losing nobody this time. All right. So we retain the boys that we need to retain. Nicely done. This is pretty much all I got for you at this point in this video. Thank you to the real ones who have made it this far. I appreciate you guys. Let me know that you're here. Leave some feedback down below. Of course, subscribe to the channel, like it, all that good stuff. And as always, we will catch you on the next video. Take it easy. Later.